On your side, this is WHAS 11 News.
Hey, good morning, Kentucky, and I'm meteorologist T.J. Shuck. We've got some slick roadways around the area. This stuff's falling in the form of rain, but it's freezing on contact, especially in some of the secondary roads. So it could be a messy morning commute. I'll have your Storm Team forecast coming up.
All right, TG, thank you very much. And right now, we are taking a live look out there on the roadways for you. Our GMK's Reed Yaden is driving the roads right now. He'll tell us where there are any trouble or slick spots for you this morning.
And road crews have been working overnight to try to keep those roads clear. Coming up, we're going to tell you everything they've been doing to keep you safe.
And take a look at this. Fights breaking out at a South End trampoline park. It was an event for teenagers. What employees say went wrong, and the new video that we're just getting into our newsroom here that shows police coming face to face with that crowd. Well, good morning to you, Kentucky, and our top story this morning, the weather. We're keeping a very close eye on the roadways out there for you. Any possibilities of any slick conditions out there as you start your day. We do have some new information about some school delays for you. Jefferson County Public Schools on a 2-hour delay this morning. Bullitt County Schools also operating on a 2-hour delay. And Jefferson County Catholic Schools, they are operating on a delayed schedule. We are getting more information into our newsroom now. You can see all of the school closings and delays running at the bottom of your screen right now. There are many coming in this morning. We know lots of folks concerned about those road conditions. Our Reed Yaden is live out there with the conditions, what they look like right now. We also are talking to our Jonathan Wall, who is standing by as well, taking a look at what road crews have been doing to make sure that your drive into work and school are safe this morning. But right now to meteorologist T.G. Shuck, who tells us what we can expect here throughout the morning. Rain falling earlier. Is this going to change over to sleet?
Renee, it looks like it's primarily going to stay in the form of rain until it hits the road surface in some of the outlying areas, and then it freezes, because that's the issue. It's all about timing and impact. The amounts are not overly heavy, and it's a little deceiving because as you look at our Max HC radar, slick roadways. But let's get a check of traffic out there right now with Brooke.
And just so you know, coming through Twitter just moments ago, U of L is now on a 2-hour delay. That's University of Louisville here. Hey, you can see that rain is still hitting the roads in Floyd County, 64 at US 150. Traffic still pretty light. The same for you in Clark County. And then you're coming back into the Metro 64 on Grinstead. Our interstates so far are in good shape. Still some slow spots on the Watterson and 64 at the Watterson. No major accidents, though it is those ramps, that on and off ramps closing in on downtown Louisville that are pretty slick. I myself slid a couple of times, so just watch out there. 9 to 17 minutes now from the Snyder headed into Spaghetti Junction. We're going to get a check of those roads firsthand from our Reed Yaden, who's out and about this morning. Hey, Reed.
Hey, good morning. We're heading southbound on the Snyder. We're just crossing the Billtown Road area. This unit, Storm Chase 11, has been on the road since 2 a.m. I can tell you that 65 is clear all the way up. As we take a look out the front of the unit now to the road ahead, you'll see just normal traffic volume. The main roads, as TG and everybody's been saying, we've not encountered any problems whatsoever. Two things that you got to be aware of: the untreated roads, also the secondaries. Watch for them. Then you're going to have to also watch for just the unexpected slick spot. But by and large, at least at this point, very early, we're in pretty good shape around here. We'll see how it goes as the rush hour plays on. Now, with JCPS delaying for 2 hours, that's going to take a whole lot of traffic off the roadway that would normally be out here. So it's going to spread the traffic flow out a lot. We're going to continue across 265. I want to check some of the areas out here because that's where we'll have problems many times. And so far, though, everything's good. Traffic volume looks normal. And, you know, I would back it down a little bit on the speed just to be aware that there could be some slick spots there, slip up on you that you don't know about. Reed Yaden live in Storm Chase 11. Renee, back to you.
All right, Reed, thank you very much. Well, crews in Indiana and Kentucky began preparing for the bad weather overnight. Good morning, Kentuckiana's Jonathan Wall is joining us now live. He's out there taking a look at what the crews have been doing, what the drivers have been doing to make sure that you are safe out there. Good morning to you, Jonathan.
Good morning, Renee. This has been the concern all night, the rain that's coming down and the possibility that it could freeze. You have to keep in mind that yesterday overnight we had some pretty low temps, and it takes a while for those roads to warm up, so they're still pretty chilly. Crews with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and the Louisville Department of Public Works spent the night laying down salt to make sure roads don't freeze. Right now, the temperature on the roads are still above freezing, but not by a lot, so crews have been monitoring their temperatures to know when to lay salt.
Because we've had so many days below freezing in a row that our pavement temperatures are actually a few degrees colder than the air temperatures. And that means that even though it's 40 degrees in the air, any precipitation that falls, if the pavement temperature is below freezing, it's going to freeze on contact.
Take a look at this map showing metro snow routes. You can see right now everything is in the green. About an hour ago, there were still a few red spots, but right now, like I said, everything in the green. That means it has been salted. You can even click on each road and see the time and status of the road when it was updated. If you want to check out this map, we have a link right now on our website, WHAS11.com. And I just want to remind everyone, you know, my drive in here was fairly good. Reed said the roads are looking okay. That could, of course, change, but I did almost slip coming out of my house. So even if the roads are okay, you never know about those sidewalks are also chilly, so just really be careful today. There could be ice just about anywhere with these borderline temperatures. Renee?
All right, thank you very much, Jonathan. So true. I left a note for my kids this morning to use the back door and not come out the front porch because those steps were icy. Thanks so much, Jonathan. We'll check back with you in a little bit. Your winter weather coverage doesn't stop right here on TV. We have more on our website right now, WHAS11.com. Just go there and click on the weather tab at the top of the page for the latest weather updates. You can even find a link that will show your road conditions in both Indiana and Kentucky. And you can find the list of school closings. We have several schools closed and delayed here in our area, including Jefferson County Public Schools on a 2-hour delay this morning. You can click on the red alert tab there at the top of our homepage. In other news this morning, Shively police continue to investigate after fights broke out at Altitude Trampoline Park on Dixie Highway. And this morning, we're getting a better look at what happened inside when police encountered the crowd. Our Juliana Valencia is here with us now, taking a look at exactly what happened.
Well, Renee, police say the park was at capacity and many teens were upset after they were turned away. That's when fights broke out. So this happened at around 10 Saturday night. You can see the video you see here appears to show police officers wrestling at least one person to the ground as crowds scream in the background. An employee tells us the park was holding an event for young people called Teen Night.
All the employees did their best. They all did their jobs 100%. But even with that, with the sheer amount of people that were here, it was just kind of too much to handle at one point. And that's when everything kind of just went sour.
Well, we do know at least one person was taken to a hospital, and Shively police tell us they may release more information today. And coming up in our second half hour, what employees say kept this from becoming much worse, Renee.
It certainly was quite a scene there at Altitude. All right, thank you very much, Juliana. And sticking with Shively police are also investigating after 2 people were shot within just 1 hour. The first shooting happened just after noon yesterday in the 1700 block of San Jose Avenue. The second happened in the 2500 block of Crumbs Lane. Police don't believe the 2 shootings are connected. Officers say the first shooting, though, involved a man who was shot in the cheek during a home invasion. He was taken to University Hospital and he expected to be okay. Police say that while they were investigating that shooting, another man was shot inside of a vehicle. He was also taken to the hospital. It's not yet clear of his condition this morning. Well, right now it is just about 5:10. Good morning to you, Kentuckiana. A safety change now in the works. Coming up next, what the state of Ohio is now looking to do after a man was killed by a sandbag thrown through his windshield. Stay with us.
Good morning, Kentucky. I'm meteorologist T.J. Shock. Rain falling across much of the area and above temperatures above the freezing mark in most locations. The issue is our surface temperatures are below freezing, so some slick spots expected. Allow plenty of extra time to get into work or school this morning. We'll talk about it coming up first. Your Kentucky Lottery jackpot numbers. Both the Mega Millions and Powerball, the big jackpots hit over the weekend, so back to $40 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, fueling imagination, funding education.